How Chinado led his father, Mr. Lawrence, to an early grave. Lawrence was a quiet, principled man who had built his life on the back of sweat, sacrifice, and hard work. A retired civil servant, he was respected in the community not because he was wealthy, but because he lived with dignity. Widowed early in life, his only source of joy was his only son, Chinado. From a young age, Chinado was his father's pride. Bright-eyed, charming, and quick-witted, he had every potential to be great. Mr. Lawrence sacrificed everything to send him to good schools, even selling off a portion of their family land to cover tuition and other expenses. But somewhere along the way, Chinado changed. It started with the wrong friends. Mr. Lawrence warned him, pleaded with him, even wept in private, but Chinado saw his father as an obstacle to his freedom. He dropped out of school in his second year at university, claiming he would make it big in business. But his business was nothing more than internet fraud and shady dealings. Mr. Lawrence's once respected name slowly began to drag in the mud. Whispers filled the community. One day, he was even called to the police station when Chinado was arrested for cybercrime. The shame nearly killed him. Still, he tried. He bailed his son out. He begged him to turn a new leaf. "This path will destroy you, Chinado," he said, voice trembling. "And it will destroy me too." But Chinado laughed it off, blinded by fast money and empty praise from fake friends. Then came the final blow. Mr. Lawrence had entrusted Chinado with the documents of their last piece of family land, ancestral land he had sworn to protect. Chinado lied that he needed them for a loan to start a legitimate business. Days later, Mr. Lawrence discovered that the land had been sold, without his knowledge. When he confronted Chinado, the boy did not deny it. "Old man, you should rest. What use is land to a man who can't enjoy life?" he said, shrugging, as if it meant nothing. That night, Mr. Lawrence sat alone on the wooden bench outside their house, the same bench he used to cradle Chinado as a baby. He clutched a worn photo of his late wife and stared into the darkness. Something broke in him, not just his heart, but his spirit. Weeks later, Mr. Lawrence fell ill. It wasn't a sickness the doctors could name. He stopped talking, stopped eating, stopped fighting. He died quietly, not from disease, but from disappointment too heavy to bear. At his funeral, the villagers whispered not just about the good man that was lost, but about the son who had pushed him to his grave. Chinado showed up in flashy clothes and dark glasses. But nothing could shield him from the stares of those who knew. His father had given him everything. And he repaid him with betrayal. Years later, Chinado would sit alone in a cheap bar, washed up, broke, and forgotten, haunted by the echo of his father's final words, "I gave you my life. But you buried me before I died."